Peace and prosperity, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you didn't watch the previous video, me talking about my 5th year, my 5th birthday on the path, the healing path, the path of self-discovery, my cosmic birthday, February the 18th. I was given birth on the February the 18th, 2018, and it's now February the 18th, 2023. I'm just going to briefly touch on, for those that maybe have met me recently, or maybe have just found my videos on the internet, or maybe you guys are in the future, way ahead in 2030, and this video is still lingering, and you're like, man, this guy's got really good videos. Let me go back and see what this guy was saying back then. Well, this is what I'm saying, and I'm going to talk about actually even further back. What propelled a crazy individual like myself to proclaim the spiritual path? Well, very briefly, like I said, it's a whole movie, it's a whole book. It's a few books, many chapters. In fact, the chapters in the books are still moving on and progressing into new depths. What happened to me? I was in darkness and ignorance for my whole life. I left home at 16, and let's fast forward all the way to 26. What happened in those 10 years? A lot of prison time. I spent a total of 5 years of my life in prison, not all in one go, spread out over many different times and circumstances and countries, and I've been to like 12. I'm going to share with you my criminal CV now. I've been to 12 prisons. Yay! And what else on my spiritual CV, my criminal CV? I was really angry at life. I had a victim mentality. Why me? Why am I the only one to go through this? Why? Blah, blah, blah. You know, lack of support, lack of family, lack of nurturing. Not feeling loved, not feeling accepted, not feeling part of this world, feeling like an alien. All I can do is rebel and act from anger and hatred and hustle. All I've known to do over these years is to hustle and get my funds up. That's what life has showed me, and that's what all I done over these years. If I wasn't sitting in prison, just know I was on the streets and I was hustling in whichever way that I could. I've only worked one job in my lifetime. I'm 31 years old. I worked a job for 17 months, which was the worst time of my life. Hence, it led me up to my spiritual awakening. Now, that's a cliche term. I know it's kind of cringy when you hear, oh, spiritual awakening. Well, guys, mine isn't a joke. Nah. I didn't ask for none of this stuff. I was never seeking the path consciously. I didn't give a F about any of this stuff. I didn't know anything. I was just trying to get by. I was trying to get my funds up. I was trying to be fly. I didn't know what I was actually trying to be, because I was unconscious. I had my brain, my mind was down the drain. And what happened to me? I had enough of this job. I had enough of working this damn job, this oppression, and I had this light bulb moment that I was going to start selling crack cocaine in Earls Court. Earls Court is a place in London. It's quite a posh place. However, there was a few junkies, crackheads lurking around, and I had this genius idea that came to me that said, bro, I need to start selling crack. So what happened to me? I spent my last bit of money on a crack rock, and I booked off a week from work that I was not planning to return. My plan was to build up this line of crack cocaine in Earls Court, and then from there to see what happens. Maybe to look into crypto. Someone put me onto crypto at the time. By the way, that's not how I fund myself. That kind of came to a halt. I lost all my passwords and stuff like that. Anyways, it wasn't meant to be. However, I was not looking to return to work, and I spent my last bit of money. I went to Brixton in South London, met my guy. I'm not going to say his name. Shout him out though if he ever watches this. He gave me this crack rock. I put it in between my bum cheeks to travel it safely back to Earls Court. I've come back to Earls Court now. It's Saturday night, the night where all the junkies are out. Tomorrow's the day off. It's going to be my whole week off. I've come back in the yard. I spent my last £10 on some cling film and 2 Magnums. You know, Magnum is a tonic wine. That's what I used to like to drink, because I never drunk like beer and stuff like that. Anyways, that's irrelevant. And what happened? I've come into my yard, I've come into my studio flat in Earls Court, and I put everything down, and then I went to the toilet, and I got up and went to the desk now to start cutting up the crack, to put it in little cling film bits, to give it out for free as a sample. But as I sat down, I'm like, where's the crack? I was like, no. I flushed it down the toilet. I flushed the crack rock down the toilet. Oh my days. I'm not going to do the whole dramatic thing here. You can watch the video, my spiritual awakening story. Accidentally flushing crack cocaine down the toilet led me to my spiritual awakening and so forth. And I'm feeling nice and grounded at the moment, so I don't want to get into this whole Leo, passionate, expressive energy. So I flushed it down the toilet. Everything came to a, oh my God, I needed this. This is the only time I could, the junkies, my week of work, I had no more money. My mind was beating me up, going crazy. I text the guy saying, bro, I need to come get a thing tomorrow. Can you tick me it? Like tick means like borrow. Like, so I pay him back another time. I had no money. And I had some weed there. I had the weed. And I sat back on this chair and smoking a spliff quick. Like a crackhead. You're really trying to escape the mind. You know, when we drink, when we smoke, we're often, you know, trying to escape the mind. Like most things, eating, masturbation, sex, all these addictions are just us trying to escape our mind. So I was drinking on the Magnum, smoking, sitting on this armchair, and all of a sudden, from out there, I was out there. I had left my body and I was now looking down at myself, slumped, lifeless on the chair. As it says in the Gita, the Bhagavad Gita, we are not the body. And I didn't realize at the time, I had no idea what the Gita was or what this was all about. But I came out from myself and I was looking down at my physical body, lifeless. And from this perspective, I don't know how long I was there. I don't know what was going on. But I finally came out from the mind and whatever was going on because I couldn't think straight. And I finally saw clear about what it is that I was not to do, which was to continue to go down this crazy path. Eventually I came back into my body. That's when I brought back from that space the word undeniable. Yes, my YouTube channel, my Instagram name, title is Undeniable Force. Again, I didn't know nothing about the undeniable force meant back then. But only now I'm really understanding that undeniable force is the life force energy. Undeniable force is the truth. The undeniable force can be felt. It's not to be understood by the monkey mind. It is to be felt. Here, when I speak of truth, you feel it.